Okay, so a lot of people hated the video that I dropped. Literally, I think it was Friday, talking about how I thought Palantir was going to go to about 45 bucks and it was probably going to stop along the way at about $51. And here we are right around the $58 range, $59 range. And we're going to get into exactly what's happening because there is some stuff that was in the chart that you could have seen that this could potentially happen. And my position is up right around 75% right now, literally in about a day or two. So had you put, $100,000 on this, you would have made 75 grand. Obviously, I didn't do that. I'm a little bit more risk averse than that. And I protect my account with good risk management and position sizes and things of that sort. So I only put about 500 bucks into it, which was maybe 5% of my account size at the time, maybe a little bit less. But with all of that said, we're going to go through everything that I talked about in the last video and kind of show you the breakdown of it so that people understand exactly what I'm talking about. Because I think a lot of people thought that this pump was going to be continually, boom, sustained, right? Because what was happening is they essentially told everyone that they were going to move to the NASDAQ and that a lot of ETFs and funds were going to be like forced to buy their shares. Unfortunately, they're not forced to buy their shares day one, right? They have a certain period, and there is an kind of like overextension period that we're in right now where we were in price discovery and things of that sort. And there was like a fib extension that I showed everybody that kind of lined up at this probably about $66 level. And then also there is a trend channel that was at about $67 that it could have very easily bounced off of, which it kind of did, and it rejected there. And it could be, right, going back right into the middle of that trend channel, which is about $45. So let's get into the charts and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. That way you can understand why I took this trade and the risk to reward on it was so good. And again, if you like content like this, and you want to see more of it, go over to my Drew_Wolfer YouTube channel because I've migrated all of my content over there for various reasons, namely because YouTube is suppressing my content. And I actually get way more views per subscriber over there, which kind of, made my thesis, at least in my mind, kind of valid. So let's go ahead and get into the charts. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, and then you can go and see the full analysis on the Drew_Wolfer YouTube channel. And if you like content like this, smash the like button, subscribe to the new channel, boom, bang on that notification bell, comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I know a lot of people did last time. They hated me. They didn't want, they said, go short. And I was like, I'm already short. So we're going to show you some results really quick. Okay, so here we are. You can kind of see Palantir took a nice little dump. Okay, why did it bounce here at about the $59 level? Well, that was a previous swing low. If you look at the hourly chart, that was where two swing lows were at. So it was actually a pretty decent target there. Here's the issue. There's another swing high right here that you could argue is going to be potential support. That's at 56 bucks. But other than that, if we fall through this level, we're probably going to fall right down here to about the 55.75 range. And if we fall through that, it's all the way down to 51 bucks, which is where that gap is, okay? And then after that, guess where it's at? $45 and then 41 bucks, okay? We're going to go through the TA on it really quickly just so that I can show you exactly what happened. You could have kind of guessed that this was going to happen, okay? There was a bearish divergence and there still was, okay? And I called this out in my previous video. You can go and check it. It's literally the video right before this on my channel, right? And we're going to give you all the TA on this, on this, move on the other channel. So this is going to be a high level overview. But as you can see, price is going up and RSI is setting lower highs while this is setting higher highs in a trading channel. Okay, there's a channel that this thing was trading in back since like 2021 that I don't think a lot of people saw because I don't think people look for channels like these, but I do. So I'll show you what that channel is here in just a second. So we know that there's a bearish div. That's fine, right? Then what we also saw was this Fibonacci extension. And I'm going to take you to the daily chart to show you exactly what I'm talking about, right? So if you look right here, you'll see this Fibonacci extension. Bam. Where did we hit? Right at that Fibonacci extension. Where was that Fibonacci extension at? About $64. Okay, why did we wick through it? Because we wick through it and sometimes we'll close above it. But until we close a candle above the close of this candle, this thing is not verified to be a breakout above this. Okay, that's what a lot of people don't realize. There's got to be a confirmation that comes directly after, or, pretty close, right? It's got to be somewhere in these next few candles range, okay? And exactly what happened, boom, we dropped. So I actually got into some options, and as you can see, my PLTR options we're at about 39 cents average, right? So I put in 546 bucks and it's up about $400. We're talking almost an 80% profit here. We're talking 75% profit literally in like a day or two, okay? Just because I saw this happening on PLTR. And honestly, I could take profits here, but I do see further downside, okay? And I might take profits and wait for a bounce and a retest of this line because we did kind of bing bong in between this support. And if you see, we might actually go back and retrace to this level and then I can enter again and then bam, ride it all the way down. Because what I'm seeing, if you look at the put to call ratio on this, if you get further out, what's happening is you're seeing like the put to call ratio, there's a lot more puts than there are calls right now. 1.3, 1.42. 0.99, that's about, evenly weighted. But the further you get out, like into December and even into January of 2025, that starts to shift to the other side where there's a lot more calls than there are puts. Now, who's buying calls and puts? Retail. Who's selling them? Institutions. So it's in their best interest to push the price up whenever people are buying puts, right? Because that's going to keep them out of the money and they're going to keep all of the residual income that they brought in from the premium on that. And it's in their best interest, institutions, to take those calls and push them to the downside, right? Whenever people are buying calls. So that's kind of my point is once we get here December and later, that's where these guys are really going to start pushing this down. I mean, look at December 20th, the max pain on this 40 bucks. Okay. So let's get back to the chart really quick. I want to show you the channel that I'm talking about because I don't think a lot of people like really looked at this channel. But if you look at the full lifetime channel on this, and I'll zoom out and make the chart a little bit bigger for you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this bad boy. I mean, this dates back all the way. It took these two highs, right? And this started right here. Okay. This dates back to literally April of 2021. Bam. Got a hit here. Got a hit here. Got a hit here. Boom. Came down to the bottom of that trend channel. Kissed right here. Hit it. Kissed. Hit it. Hit it. Boom, up, all the way to the top of the channel. So the top of this channel is right at about the $67 range. That's why I'm saying I might take profits here and try to re-enter that same put position, or I might take half off, maybe half off of the table right here. That way, my entire position is now riding risk-free, right? So that's kind of where I'm looking at on this PLTR, and these are the levels that I'm seeing. If you want the full analysis, seriously, I'm dead serious. I do the full analysis. I'm going to show you the gaps. I'm going to show you all of the RSI stuff, the divergences, the MACD, the literal, all of the moving averages, everything is on the other channel. So this is a high level overview to show you, like, I already called this, okay? This is where we're at right now. If you look, I'm long on gold, man. My gold P&L is killing it. It's up substantially as well. If you look at my silver, again, up substantially as well, right? You're talking almost, I don't know, 20, 30%, something like that, right? Tesla, I'm down a little bit on because I'm shorting Tesla, but I'm getting a good average in here. So, and these are all long-term puts on PLTR and Tesla and long-term calls on GLD and SLV. With that being said, hopefully I see you over at the other channel. Hopefully this give you a little bit of reasoning and basis behind why I took that short position. And it kind of explains to the people that were in the comment section, like, oh, I dare you to short. And I'm like, I'm already in it short. So it's, it's all good. I'm not worried about it. At the end of the day, I enter based on probabilities. I don't enter based on hype. I don't enter based on like the sentiments in the market. I enter based on the technicals. And that is the technical setup that made me enter short and take almost 75% profit right now. And I could take, half of it off the table, be riding risk free and send it to the moon, and then buy those calls and flip it to the upside whenever the bottom does come in somewhere around the, anywhere from $51 to $45 range. So with that being said, hopefully I see you on the other channel. Make sure you smash the like button on this one. Comment whatever you want in the relevant section. Make sure you subscribe to the other channel and then boom, bang on that notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for showing up to this one. Peace.